action, Inshore. And while we're switching over to that, Scott Flynn, thank you for those stars as well, my man. So let's see, photos-wise, we've got a lot of inshore photos this week. Unfortunately, not a lot of nearshore and offshore photos, but we'll talk about why, and we'll go over what that means for you as well. The canal tuna, the Jack Crevalle, have been thick early mornings, late afternoons around those back bay areas, those mangrove shorelines, grass flats. We saw some nice redfish. This one was caught by one happy angler on the boardwalk there in Johns Pass. Some nice redfish around the dock lines on the live shrimp. Seen a lot of those redfish on the flats around the oyster bars, mangrove shorelines in the upper and middle bay. Soft plastics being a good slow-moving option for those redfish. Cut deadbait, threadfin, ladyfish, mackerel, or mullet, all good options too, but those soft plastics are always a great option as well. Donald Waberman, what's up, buddy? Thanks for watching. Sheep's head, the sheep's head bite has been absolutely insanely good around docks, piers, bridges, jetties. We're seeing a lot of good sheep's head action. Even out there on the half day, we're catching some nice big sheep's head, especially behind these big fronts. We get a lot of sheep's head blown offshore. Some nice snook action. A lot of these kind of schooly, smaller snook up in the upper bay areas. Definitely more common as we push further back around the mouths of bayous, creeks, rivers, especially like this yesterday. We were talking yesterday morning during our Real Animals radio show with Captain Bobby Woodard of Fly 'em High Fishing Charters, and he was saying this time of year his favorite thing to do is get the white bait if he can get it. If not, use shrimp and go up there to the mouths of creeks, rivers, or bayous and fish those areas when that water's moving a little bit. It chokes the water together, gets the water moving a little bit. Remember, we're on the backside of a new moon coming to a first quarter moon. So that means the tides are slowing down. Currents are starting to move less. So with slower moving currents, lower tidal conditions, if you fish choke points like the river mouth, the creek mouth, the bayou mouth, the mouth of a small bay going into a larger bay, a pass, it constricts water flow and thus increases the water volume, the movement of water, which artificially inflates those hungry snook and other predatory fish to hang on the outskirts and feed on that bait getting swept through that choke point. So definitely a good time to go target those snook in the upper bay areas, especially if you can find those sun-drenched or wind-protected shorelines. They're cooperating a lot better. You can tell that snook's way up there in the back bay, how dark that snook is. Another one from the upper bay areas. I think that one was from a river posted on Salt Strong, but I forget off the top of my head. Massive trout. Look at the size of that big old yellowmouth gator trout. That's a beautiful fish. They don't get that big very often, and always enjoy seeing those nice big trout. This is the time of year where we see more quality trout and larger average size of